Hey guys, welcome to SkippyTube channel or website. Today I want to explain about the public voltage. This is an important circuit to find a lot of issue or troubleshooting. Now I explain about this one. Battery voltage between the 3.7 to 4.2 volts. But when you want to use the DC power supply, you can set up the voltage between the 3.7 to 4.5. But for safely, I'm use it between the 4 to 4.2 volts. Now you can see the DC power supply and set up the voltage on the 4.2 volts. And the current is 0. Now I putting the cable or props on the battery connector. Black cable or negative cable connected to the ground, and red cable or red prop connected to positive lane. Now what happening now? Voltage comes from the DC power supply to the main board, and battery connector only connection between the DC power supply and main board. Bring the voltage to the main board. Voltage passes the V battery lane and goes to the charging IC. Before charging IC, you can see this voltage. For example, for this circuit, a lot of have a different circuit phone motherboard. This voltage, one of lane is go to the vibration, and other lane is go to the speaker ampli. And this voltage goes to the charging IC. Charging IC converted battery voltage to the phone voltage, and output voltage have a different form and different name. On the iPhone you can see the VCC main or VDD main. What does it VCC or VDD mean? VCC tells us this motherboard works with BGT transistor. BGT transistor have 3 pins and names. One is base, other pin is collector, and other pin is emitter. And if you see the VDD main on the output voltage charging IC, you can understood this time this motherboard works with the FET transistor. And FET transistor same have 3 pins, but its name is different: gate, source, and drain. And that's, if you see the VCC and VDD, that's mean this voltage, main voltage for the VCC, this voltage goes to the collector pins on the BGT transistor, and on the FET transistor main voltage goes to the drain pin. Okay, you understood from to here. And this voltage automatically goes to the PMU and stay in there. And but you can see again, this voltage, one of them go to the Wi-Fi, other one is go to QPOET. Till this voltage doesn't use, because need a switch to this voltage going to the any integrated circuit. That is, I tell you on the next video how to work the integrated circuit, or how to this voltage goes in there to working, because need a second voltage, and I explain next video. Now this voltage comes to the PMU or PMIC, power management unit, and power management unit only provide the one lane to the power key. Usually on the iPhone this voltage around the 1.8 volts, but have a 5 fault tolerance, 5% fault tolerance. That's mean between the 175 volts to 1.8 volts. That's it. And because this voltage doesn't use, before press the power button, DC power supply need be showing the 0 on the current. This is the normal phone. If it's before press the power button leaking or short circuit on showing on on the DC power supply display, showing the 1 milliamps, or shorted is 2-3 amps, showing the current leaking. That means you have an issue in there. But before press the power button, usually for the normal phones need be showing the 0. This is the first things for troubleshooting. If its current is showing the 0, that means you don't have any issue on the public voltage, and need we go to the next step, or boot circuit. Check that one. Next video I tell you about the boot circuit. Now, how to check the voltage in here for checking. The first, you can, for the test, measuring the voltage, you can see, for example, around the PMU we have a C1222 capacitor. The first, we want to use the multimeter. Put the selector on the DC measuring, and black cable or black probe connected to the ground, and positive or red cable connected to the positive lane. That's mean other side the capacitor, like this on the video. Now this time need be DC power supply or battery connected to the battery connector. If you see the for example, DC power supply is 4 volts, and here is showing the 4 volts voltage in there. If you see, that means voltage without any issue comes to the PMIC. If that is less than this one, you can understood we have a leaking on the main voltage. And if it's showing the 0, that means charging IC have a problem, or need to back and check the battery connector, maybe it's have a problem, or maybe it's cables on the multimeter or DC power supply have a problem, need be checked that one. That is very simple, can be find the issue in there. And second things, you can check the this lane with diode value and Skippy test to check this lane is okay and impedance is good, or normal or abnormal, diode value is normal or abnormal. On the Skippy test categories, I tell you about all of them. This video very simple, this we can say the base course to understood, or very simple knowledge about the electronics and phone motherboards. And you can see other things. For example, here is have a PA, power ampli, on the network, and this is off. That's when you press the power button. Just for the note, I want to tell you about the next video. When you press the power button, power management unit provide the different voltage, like usually around the 1.8 volts. This 1.8 volts like the switch. When on the schematic diagram you can see the 1.8 IO, input output voltage. That is start to turning on the phone and switch for all integrated circuit for turning on. That's it. On the next video, I explain completely about the that one. But this video very simple about this main public voltage. I hope this video helped to you. We go to the next video.